Bitcoin has reached a critical spot, not just any spot, but the spot that will probably decide how Bitcoin is going to move throughout August. So we are going to take a look at that today. We're going to take specifically a very close look at the smaller time frame, because this is where the decision will take place. Very important level that's important for the structure and the trend in the short term. It might not seem like that here if we look at it on the daily time frame, because Bitcoin is clearly stuck between our support zone and our resistance zone, right? But while Bitcoin is here kind of caught in the middle somewhere, on the smaller time frame, there is a small support area that will be very important for the short-term momentum structure. And the short-term structure usually decides first about the trend. So that's going to be important. Bigger picture-wise, I mean, looking at the larger time frame, honestly, this chart has not changed much in recent weeks and actually months. I mean, if you look at this, hey, we moved up nicely from the July low. The price formed the 5-wave move up, which indicates we could get some further upside continuation. At least it's on the roadmap, especially after a corrective pullback. But look at where we are. We are currently still testing levels that we already tested in February. Yes, Bitcoin this year moved up a bit. It moved down a bit. It formed a new low. No surprises there. However, Bitcoin remains stuck in an overall range, actually. Bitcoin has failed to break out to the upside, and Bitcoin has really failed to break out to the downside. Now, if you follow the work daily, and we cover Bitcoin daily, and I always try to give you a new perspective in every video. I mentioned already in the beginning of July that the price will likely not break directly below the July low here, yeah, and will probably not break below the 55K area, which is where we had a lot of support back in 2024. It is also where we have support from a Fibonacci level, a larger degree one, and those were the reasons why we said, well, a rally in July is likely. The rally happened, and the question is this rally over, or can it still extend? And this is where we need to pay close attention to the microstructures, because while on the larger time frame it's clear we're still in a bear market, we're still in a decline, Bitcoin is still forming lower lows and lower highs, right? It is possible that we are getting a larger bounce, and that's kind of been my thesis for the last few weeks. The reason is that from the July high, the structure to the downside is fundamentally different to what we saw after, for example, the May high, which was then followed by a more rapid decline. It's different to what we saw after the January high, after which we saw a more rapid decline. And we have a difference in structure. We have, instead of just 3-wave moves up, or 3 waves up, as we had them after the February low, Bitcoin actually formed 5 waves up here from the July low. And Bitcoin didn't form a clean 5-wave decline like after the May high. No, Bitcoin actually, if I zoom in, you will see that Bitcoin formed a very choppy, messy, corrective looking structure from the July high. And this is different. And it might not seem like it's meaningful to many. However, based on those microstructures, we can make a call based on what the market will likely do next. Now, sometimes it's not very clear on the micro level, and we need to wait for a market to make a decision. That's exactly the point we're doing now. However, we had 5 waves up, 3 waves down. The market tested our support area, which is still relevant, by the way, and support is between 59,317 and 62,436. And we said, as long as the pullback is corrective, and as long as this support area is still holding, the market can move up higher towards 69 to 72K. And look, over the last few weeks, Bitcoin has really done exactly what it needed to do. Bitcoin rallied from the July lows into resistance. That resistance area has been on the chart since June. Bitcoin also now got rejected from resistance. I mean, no surprise, that's why resistance is on the chart, right? And Bitcoin moved back into the support area we've been tracking for the last few weeks. Is it a surprise? No. And do we have a reaction here? Yes. So the market also reacted to support. So the market is simply moving between resistance and support. And now we're at a point where we need to get a decision whether this pullback, which we label as wave B in the white count, is over, or where Bitcoin might give us one more low into the support area. And so let's take a look at the shorter time frame. By the way, for those of you who are not doing that already, I recommend that you follow us on X, where we cover additional updates. We're covering Bitcoin, we're covering Ethereum and many other altcoins, also some additional stocks. Then you'll find additional videos here, sometimes even sooner than on YouTube, sometimes exclusive videos. So you'll find that all here on the More Crypto Online channel. It's the one with the golden check mark. So, and why is the current zone so important? Obviously, Bitcoin is showing here a 5-wave move up from the July low. We talked about that many times, and the corrective pullback into support. And just to make that very, very clear, the support area that we've been tracking for the last few weeks here, between 62,533 and 59,369, is the one that keeps the potential alive that Bitcoin moves higher towards 69 to 72K. It is the zone that helps the bulls to defend the bounce. And it also is the zone that helps Bitcoin or the bulls to prevent a decline, a decline to the next larger degree support levels around 44K, maybe 39K. So what I want to highlight is there's a support area that ideally holds in this B-wave pullback. If it breaks, it obviously increases probabilities that the market will follow through to 44K, possibly even 39K, which is also why the thumbnail says 72K or 44K, because the 72K area up here is an ideal target if this move up extends, 69 to 72K. And why will it be decided here? Well, at least this is a decision point that can shape that, because Bitcoin has reacted to support. I mean, again, is it a surprise that we see a reaction to support? Not really. That's why it's on the chart, right? However, the move to the upside from the August low, when the market reached our support area for the second time, actually, that reaction, and I hope we agree, is so far not impulsive. It is not a full 5-wave move up. It is only a 3-wave move up. But we are currently testing the micro support area that is relevant for one more high to form, which would give us a full 5-wave move. And why is that important? Because 5 waves indicate the trend direction. So yes, the price broke above the upper boundary line of the corrective price channel, and that was a local breakout signal, as I said in yesterday's video update. However, we do not have the structure yet, and we always need levels and structure. So yes, we have a level broken, but we don't have the right structure to confirm that we're going higher. And we're currently testing that micro support area that ideally holds to give us one more high. And really only if we see that one more high, we have some clarity that the market really plans to move towards 70 to 72K or 69 to 72K. So at the moment, the market is at this decision point. Another low here would likely, first of all, send us back into this lower support area. It wouldn't change much, but it means the market needs to try to start again that C wave to the upside. So that's why this zone is so important, because if the market can give us one more high, then there will be a corrective pullback next, at least it's likely, which could then set the tone for the coming weeks, because then the first 2 or 3 weeks in August could be bullish, and the market might move higher in a third wave of a C wave towards those levels up there. If it breaks, we're back to where we were previously, and the market needs to defend the lower support area, which would again increase probabilities that we're maybe already continuing the bear market, or at least it would delay any bounce. Okay, so this is why this move here is so important. And for any wave 4 pullback, which we're tracking in the orange scenario, the 50% retracement level is normally key. And again, that level is at 63,617. And I am watching this very closely today. Please note that a break below support is not a confirmation we're breaking down, but it's the level where probabilities start to shift towards another low. And yeah, I'll of course keep you updated. I'm watching this closely. For those of you who are interested in live updates, short-term updates, feel free to join our gold membership, where you can also join our Discord server, our academy, and our terminal. And just to sum it all up, By the way, you find all the links in the comment section. There are different possibilities how you can sign up here on YouTube or via our website. Check it out if you're interested. To sum it all up, looking at the bigger picture, I mean, Bitcoin is, I have no reasons to believe that we've started a bull market. However, it's possible that Bitcoin forms that larger bounce. We need a 5-wave move up to confirm. We only have 3. And today we're testing that support zone here, which the market can use to produce those 5 waves up and to give us that signal. We already have a small reaction, but I would not be surprised if this wave 4 stretches out for another day or so. I'd of course keep you updated. I hope it was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. If you are enjoying these analyses and would like to take things a step further, our YouTube membership might be for you. It includes hundreds of exclusive member-only videos, additional posts, priority replies to comments, and the chance to help shape future content by suggesting charts and topics you'd like us to cover. For those who want to go even deeper, our Gold membership also unlocks access to the Discord analysis feed, the MCO terminal, and the Academy. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, just click the join button below the video. We'd be happy to welcome you as a member.